Scholars, we're going to talk about the many ways to name a place. We're going to look at maps and a few examples of ways to look at a place and name the place, and then I'm going to tell you how to make your own map for your own area. We have many ways to name where we live. You'll see some examples here, like home and neighborhood, but there are more. For example, we live in a community. We live, some of us, near the water. We live where there's lots of buildings. What are some other ways that you could name where we live? On the following slides, you're going to see some examples of a fake character named Allie and where she lives. We're going to zoom in close to start, and then we're going to show where she lives at different scales. That means at different distances. Let's look at this first map. This shows where Allie lives. You can see her address on the envelope in the bottom of your screen. What else do you see when you look at this map of Allie's neighborhood? I notice that her house is the blue square on the map, and that there's a giant park, the Tower Grove Park, near her house. Those are some of the things you may have noticed about this map. This map also shows where Allie lives. The way we name this place is called a state. She lives in the state of Missouri, in the city of St. Louis. Can you find St. Louis on the map? I have another way to name where Allie lives. She lives in the country of the United States. This map shows where she lives. Can you find the state that's colored in green? That's the state of Missouri, where Allie lives. You can also identify a dot where it says St. Louis next to it. That's the city that Allie lives in. This map shows an even further view of Allie's place where she lives, the world. Can you find the continent that she lives on? Can you see the state in green and the city still? Now you can start to explore on your own. Click on the link that's in yellow and go ahead and explore the map. You can drag around on the screen, and then if you see the plus and the minus side, that zooms in and out. See if you can find where we live in Seattle, Washington, in North America. Can you zoom in even further? Go ahead and list all the things that are important in your locations. So your street is your home and your neighborhood. You have a park there, maybe. You have trees. You have friends. You have a store. You have school. And then keep going down the list and make it bigger for the city. In the city, we have buildings. We have stadiums. All the way out in the continent in North America, we have Canada above us, we have the United States, and then Mexico below us. All the way out to the world where you label the continents, but you can still mark where we have our city, Seattle. Now you get to try it for yourself. Use your list of things that you have in your neighborhood and go ahead and get a blank piece of paper. On this screen, you'll see an example of a map that someone drew of their neighborhood. They labeled the streets, they put in the houses, they even put in their friends and neighbors. They also labeled left and right. You could also use north, south, west, and east. You could draw one of your neighborhood and then keep going. The more you practice, the better you'll get at it. And maybe you even want to scale out all the way to drawing your own world map and then still mark where we live. You can also go back to the interactive map on the yellow link, and if you're feeling extra tech savvy, meaning that you are feeling like you know how to add labels on the computer map and move around, go ahead and try and play with it and see if you can create your own map for where you live online.